Hello and welcome, dudes and dudettes, lads and lasses, and probably those that aren't quite sure yet. Sideshow Collectibles premium format. Snowtrooper is the video today. Enjoy.
And here he is in all his glory. The edition size of this one, this was the normal version, was 1,000. I got number 640. He's in another temporary home. You probably saw the last video of the Queen. She was also in a temporary home. I'm waiting for IKEA to sort out what they're doing with their Besders. There's a change happening. I think it's due in April. They're changing the doors and the units, and we don't quite know what's going on with them. I really need some Besders to put this stuff in, but I'm frightened to go out and buy something now to find that in a few weeks' time it's no use because it doesn't fit with their new range.
He's a cool looking guy. He featured in Empire Strikes Back. He was in the Battle of Hoth, I believe. But he only featured for about 5 seconds. So it's really odd that he sort of imprints on your mind, if you like, and you remember him for just those 5 seconds. There was a recent forum post in one of the statue forums, I think it was Sideshow Freaks, and somebody was questioning why the hell you would actually buy this guy. He just, he didn't feature anywhere. And I made this huge reply of, people will collect all the Stormtroopers, people like to have everything. I've got a shaky filming hand today. Yeah, I was sort of saying that everybody likes to collect all the Stormtroopers. And I made this large post. And then somebody came along and their reply was, well, it's fucking cool, isn't it? And I guess that's what it is. He's a cool looking guy. It's just a general cool looking uniform.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find a song that said, let's discuss the sculpt. So really that was it. That was the closest I could get was body talk. Hey, come on, you can't blame a guy for trying. So yeah, let's work our way down, shall we? The head. There was a lot of discussions on various forums about the head, the big black mark or grey or brown mark that's on his mask. I never quite worked this one out, to be honest. If he was fighting barehanded, then yeah, sure, you've got dirty hands, you wipe your hands somewhere, and possibly his face mask would be where he would do it. But he isn't. He's wearing gloves, he's got a mask. I don't quite understand where the marks come from. I can't imagine he's sort of scraped his face on anything, but there we go. The big black mark was a concern for a lot of people. The mask itself is rippled, it's there to sort of show the wind, I guess, and the fact that it's not a solid piece of plastic. There's a lot of the aging on the uniform, as you can see on the shoulders here, and on all the armour basically has got some aging. You can see on the hand, on the glove, there's quite some severe aging on the glove. It seems to be more severe than everything else, but yeah, it's like somebody's gone in with a paintbrush blind and just dabbed at it. But yeah, it's all aged. It's a mixed media, so you've got the cloth as well. You can see well, he's covered in the cloth and the uniform goes over the top. The plastic, or whatever it is, goes over the top. To the touch, where is it? To the touch, it's kind of like a suede. It's a very smooth, fluffy material. On the surface. Underneath, it's more sort of linen. It's certainly it's a good quality thick material, but that goes all the way around. There we go. His backpack even. It's basic. What was it? 1980 something. It was made. He's not exactly a high-tech guy. Pockets. The pockets do open. You can sort of stuff the pockets with something that are velcroed. So you can stuff the pockets with cotton or something, I guess, to make them a bit fuller looking. Some of the pockets or pouches do have, you can see on this one here, he does have something inside it to make it look like it's in use. Some of them are just flat. But overall, it's not bad, is it? I like it. We can see on the shoes then, we've got nice laces and strapping on the shoes, knee pads. You can see the cloth itself as well is quite weathered. They've done a good job. They've done a good job with it. One of the other issues with the the uniform was the codpiece. Some people's codpiece was way too high or way too low. It was sort of all over the place. I think this guy, he's got his codpiece in the right place. He's protecting the right parts. He stood on what would probably be part of the Alliance base, I guess. There's sort of snow effect on the base. You can see there, it sort of goes right the way underneath, and on the sides you can see it's slightly white for the snow, and obviously we've got some cabling here as well, where they've ripped it from the wall, presumably. Where the this bit here, this is, if you had the exclusive, there was like a robot head, you know, C-3PO. Well, it was another version of C-3PO. It was the head, it was crushed, and it was here. The little, the little bits that are in this, actually, they were a bit of an issue, because when I got mine, if I can see it on the thing, my original hand was busted. It took a couple of weeks to get a new one, but obviously I've got a new one now. Yeah, it was busted. So I've kind of dumped the broken bits in there just to fill it up and make it look like it's there for a reason. It's a bit of a shame, really, that the normal version has this sort of dark grey hole, if you like, where the head for the exclusive would have gone. You can't win them all, I guess. You know, they're not going to produce two different bases. But there we go. The Snowtrooper. Let me just rotate him around. I don't have one of those lazy Sallys, Susans, Dollies, whatever they're called. So I'm kind of just rotating around by hand, to be honest.
Over time, I've started to think a little bit more about poses. Okay, bear with me on this one. We're going to go somewhere with it. So I sort of looked at this guy and thought, what is the pose trying to tell us? Because really the pose should tell us something. You know, it should be an essence, if you like, of whatever the person is, in this case, the Snowtrooper. He's looking in the distance, so I guess he spotted something in the distance, is what they're trying to tell us with this pose. He's ready with his gun held high, and he's kind of victorious. The stand he's got his foot on the piece of the base. I guess that's a victory stance, is it, would you think? So he's off in the distance, he's ready to pounce and charge off and do more battle, I guess. And then when I think about it a little bit more, what I think is really happening, the Queen is hogging the shot here, isn't she? What I'm starting to think is happening here is this has got nothing to do with a battle. Sure, he's just been in a battle, we can see the base and everything here. But with the snow, I started to imagine it's Christmas. It's Christmas time on Hoth, right? And you probably remember the story was it the First World War or the Second First World War, where the English were in their trenches and the Germans were in their trenches. And on Christmas Day, they stopped. They stopped for one night fighting, and they had a football match in the middle. And Paul McCartney did a song about it, Pipes of Peace. You probably remember it. It was a god-awful song. But anyway, that was Pipes of Peace, was about that ceasefire, if you like, with the English and the Germans. So what I think's happening here then, right, is it's Christmas. The Alliance and the Imperials have stopped fighting for one night. And this guy is actually the goalkeeper. He's the goalkeeper of the football match. You can see him, he's positioning the goalpost, because they haven't got jumpers. You remember at school you used to dump your jumpers down as the goalposts? He hasn't got that. So what he's doing is accumulating bits of the base to form his goalposts. And off in the distance that we can't see, but maybe Sideshow are going to release a whole football team of Stormtroopers and Alliance. You never know. And that's what I think this guy is. I think that is ultimately what the pose is telling us. He's a Stormtrooper, but he's a goalie on Christmas because of the snow. And what he's actually looking at is not the enemy, but the football. He's looking for the football. I know it's a long shot. Just go with plan A. Anyway, now I've stopped talking bullshit, that's really the end of it. That's my review and showing of my Snowtrooper. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can like, subscribe, comment in the bottom, critique me, insult me, doesn't really matter. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it passed 10 minutes for you with a cup of coffee. Have a good day now.